Jackie Thornton here from Mega Me Creative Lifestyle. How are you today? Today we've got a lovely card. It's called the Holly Jolly Christmas card. And you may have seen before the double Z card. This is a gorgeous card and it's used for many different occasions. You can pop anything on there, balloons and things for birthdays. But today I'm going to do a Christmas card. Now the Christmas card is focused on the Christmas catalogue, the new Christmas catalogue. If you haven't got that yet, please let me know because I'd love to send you the new one. So it's lovely, it's got filled with lots of different goodies in it. So what we're going to do is we're going to create this Z card for Christmas, and we're going to be using some of the new sets out of the Christmas catalogue. So I'm just going to show you the stamp set that we're going to be using in the die cuts. Today we're going to be using this one here called Sweet Home. Sweet Home is a stamp set that's created alongside a die set as well, some thinlits, to be able to create 3D little houses, which I am going to do for you in the up and coming videos. Those little houses can be little dog houses because you can see the little dog bone. They can be Halloween because we've got some ghosts and some cobwebs. They can be just little houses, and you can pop goodies into these treat boxes, and people are going to make them up and hang them on their Christmas trees, which is gorgeous. So keep an eye out for my video on those little 3D houses. But today we're going to be putting it into a wee card. So we're going to be needing the die cut. This is the thinlit that we're going to be using, and I just drew round this part here to be able to cut out the house. So normally you would die cut this whole piece, and that would give you the first part of making a little stand-up house. So we're going to be using that. We're using the gorgeous stamp set. We're going to need some bits and pieces from here. We're going to use Mary and the little banner. And then I'm going to use another stamp set which is called Stitch with Cheer. This is lovely because it's got some nice sentiments on it, and we're going to be using Have a Holly Jolly Christmas, and we're also going to be using Wishing You a Fabulous Year Filled with Good Cheer. We are using another wee stamp, the wee star here. So you'll see those as we go through the card. Okay, so a little bit involved in this card. So what I've done is I've pre-cut and I've actually pre-embossed a few things. So let's get started on making this. Now the first thing you need, sorry to lean across, the first thing we need is a piece of a Whisper White, and the Whisper White is measured at 28 centimeters by 10.2 centimeters, and then I've scored that at 7 centimeters and 14 centimeters. Now you can't see that other score, it's just here, so all you'll do is fold that back like that. So there's the two score marks there and there. And then we just fold that back, and that gives us the little bouncy Z. The next that you will need, this is in the real red. You will need a piece of real red cut to 9.5 centimeters by 13.2 centimeters, and you will need two 9.5 centimeters by 6.3 centimeters. So you'll need two of those. Now I've taken this larger one and one of those red ones, and I have embossed it on our gorgeous new embossing folder. Isn't this just beautiful? It's large and thick, it's gorgeous, and what it does is it makes cable knitting. Makes everything look like that. Isn't it fantastic? Now the one thing about this is it's very deep because it gives a very deep embossing, and to do that you need to actually spray your card with water, just a little spritz, and then pop it in and then put it through, and that helps break the fibers and gives you a better embossing. So just a little tip there to use with that new folder. That's also in the Christmas brochure as well. So what we're going to do today is we're going to start just popping this card together. I'm going to put this piece in first of all. And that's using my snail adhesive that you get from Stampin' Up. Pop, oops a daisy, just put that in there evenly, like that, and then stick the other one on the very first part of the card. And pop that just there. Now with the plain piece of red that you haven't embossed, just pop that in the third position, well, it's actually the second position, isn't it? It's the third piece of cardboard. Right, there we go. So there's the background. The next thing you need to do is we're going to do some stamping. The stamping we're going to do is, I'll just bring the card back, we're going to do the Have a Holly Jolly Christmas, and then just tucked in here we've got Wish You a Fabulous Year Filled with Good Cheer. Right, you will need 2 pieces of white Whisper White card. Now the Whisper White card is measured at it is measured at 5.7 centimetres by 5 centimetres and 9 centimetres by 6 centimetres. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to have a Holly Jolly Christmas. Oops. And we're going to stamp that in the black. Now the one good thing, when you're stamping, is that you use one of our paper piercing mats. Now with the paper piercing mat, you just seem to get a really good, better image. And the reason being, with the polymer stamps, they don't have that nice springy bit of sponge in between the actual stamp and the wooden block. So this helps replace that, and it just gives for a better image. So just place that down, hold and let the ink absorb, and then remove that. So there's our Holly Jolly Christmas. And then the next one, give it a good ink up. And place that on that mat. Helps if it's up the right way, doesn't it? Okay, we'll just place that down. Right. Now the next we're going to do is we're going to use the Gorgeous Wee Star, and I'm going to pop that round, just pop it just around the image there, or the words. Just wherever you like, just to fill some nice gaps. There we go. Now that one there is done. The next thing I'm going to do is I just do this little bit, you may have seen it here, just around the outside here, I just smear a little bit of the crumb cake. Okay, so I've used Crumb Cake ink here. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to pop the edge of the card down and then just drag it across. And then we get that. So pop it down, drag it across, and continue doing that all the way around. Okay, so that's how you get that little bit, and then it dries a little bit lighter than that. Okay, so then we will adhere these onto our card. So we bring that back, and this one is going to go here, so we will pop that there. Let's go a little bit off on there. Get it centered. Oh, that wasn't very clever of me, was it? Never mind, I will replace that later. And then just pop this in the top half there. Okay, so there we have that part. The next part we're going to do is we're going to get our little house. Now with this little house, I've used the die cuts from the Sweet Home, and which is this one here. And the die cut I have used has cut out the little window here. Then I've used another one and I've made a little window frame. Now that little window frame will pop over there. Isn't that neat? It's quite a neat little look, isn't it? Okay, so we'll just pop that on, I'm going to use this fine tip glue pen because that's really what it's been designed for doing all this detailed work. And just a few dots round, oh, double, just a few dots around, pick it up and just place it over there, and it will frame the window. Just hold it for a few seconds. There we have it. Now the next thing we're going to do is we're going to pop the door on. Now the door die cut is made so that you can hinge the 3D project that you do. So it doesn't cut completely down, and it just leaves the little door so that it can swing open and closed. But today, because we're doing a card, we need to actually chop that off. So we just follow the line that's been creased onto the card and chop the door off. There we have it. We'll just stick a little bit that, pop it on there. And the next thing is another little piece that we've cut with the thin-lit dies, is this little door surround. Now this gets a little bit tricky because it's very thin, so I put a little dot there and a dot there, just very lightly on the edge of the door. Okay, and the first thing you do is you place your top bit into place. It's a bit fiddly, guys. There we go. Pop that into place. Then you take this and you push it in and just push it down. Like that. Then you bring in your other side and push that in, and there you have the door surround. The next thing is to place the little roof on. Now this little roof is 1/4 inch by 2 inches. You want 2 of those, and what we'll do is I might use a little bit of snail on this, and you're just placing it in line there at the top and run it down. And same again, keeping that in line, and then wherever you want your little house to finish, you just cut that off. There we go. Now one thing we're missing on our little house is a door handle. And what I do with my little door handle is I just get a diamante and I pop that on there. It's got a nice little door handle. Now the next thing is a little banner to go over the door. Oops, I can't pick it up. This little banner, first of all I stamped the little banner from the set on, and then I put the little Mary in the middle, and that's done with the real red, and then I have a die cut in the set, and I cut the little Mary sign banner to go over top of the door. So I will just put a little bit of snail on there and pop that over the door. There we go. So the next thing we want to do is just pop our little house aside, because we actually want to put on the banners across the back. Right. Now, as you can see in this card, we've got them going across the back. Now, the little banner die cut is in the pack as well. And what you're going to need to do is cut 3.5 banners. So that's what you need. Now you start in this corner and you place it down. Just hold it for a couple of minutes. It's decided it's not going to stick today. Then stick the next one. Oh, I might have missed the glue out there. There we go. Then the next one we take, we pop it over top of that one and then down to the red. You just hold that for a few secs. And we get the next and do the same again. And pop that one down. Okay, so then we need a part of this banner. And just hold that. Let's stick it down with a bit more. So this we need 3 little buntings. And place this down. And then that goes over there. Give that a little bit of a hold. Okay, so there we have the little bunting. The next thing we need to do is to take the strip that goes along the bottom. Now this little piece, or this piece of white strip, is 11 centimetres by 3 centimetres deep. And then I have scored it at 14 centimetres and 7 centimetres, okay? The next one is a real red, and that is 11 centimetres by 2.5 centimetres, and that is going to be placed right on the top. I've then scored this as well at 7 centimetres and 14 centimetres. So we just want to pop this on the top there. So just line it up at that end with them being the same length. Get it evenly in the middle and push down. Then with those score lines, you just fold and fold. Okay, then just turn your little tab over. Whoops. Put some tape there. Whoops. And then close your card, place the little thin piece down through there, and then just push and adhere that. Then the next thing you want to do is you want to put on your little house. So you line that up, pop that into the middle. There we have that. And then just before you finish, pop this little piece, whoops, which is 6.5 centimetres by 2.2 centimetres. And you just want to pop that in the middle there just to break all that red up. And there we have it, your double Z card. So enjoy yourself, go and make that card. If you do need any of the products, please visit the links below. I will put all the links for all the products. You just click on those and they'll take you to my store and you can purchase those. If you'd like to subscribe, I'd love to have you as a subscriber to my channel. So have a lovely day, enjoy the rest of it, and we'll talk again soon. Bye.